guys, what is up? Welcome back to our channel. To those of you who are new here, my name is Nawfa Nurie and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the power of an apology. Now, an apology is almost like magic. It has the power to mend relationships, heal broken hearts, and just so much more. So without much further ado, let's get into the video. I'm sorry are the two most healing words of the English language. Like when an apology is given wholeheartedly, it's the best gift we can ever give to someone who we have hurt or offended. When someone confesses to us and apologizes for their wrong behavior, it then gives us a chance to look at that person in a whole new image. Like remember, anytime someone has done something wrong to you, like for example you were young and you were in a park and then some kid pushes you right from the swing or the slide or something like that, and then suddenly you just feel this anger and bitterness towards that person. But if the kid comes to you and tells you, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it, or I'm sorry that I pushed you, or something like that, you can then see him as a whole new person, right? You've forgiven him and you see him like a new, vulnerable, nice human being. This is what happens in all areas of life. An apology can disarm people of their negative emotions and prevent further misunderstandings. Now, it's very important to remember that when you apologize or you say, I'm sorry, it doesn't undo the wrong that you have done, but it can surely have an effect on how the negative outcomes of that action that you have carried out could possibly turn out. Remember, apologizing is crucial for both our mental and physical health, and there's so much evidence on that. So let's quickly brush up on some points how apologizing can be great for you. An apology restores trust and understanding to a relationship. Now, so many times it happens that we make plans with our friends or spouse or whoever, and sometimes we get late. Right? Now, sometimes we may get late because of some genuine reason, and sometimes it's just that, okay, I woke up late or I got dressed late or something like that, right? So when we actually turn up for dinner, instead of what most people do is they start giving explanations and then they start talking about it and stuff like that. Just apologize. Why? Because the person who's been waiting for you has removed time from their schedule to make this plan with you, right? So the least you can do is acknowledge them for that, which will make them feel comfortable. Just say, I'm sorry. This makes your emotional bond and connect even stronger. When you make a sincere apology, this shows that you have the capability to identify and rectify your errors in life, right? So this gives the people around you a good chance to see you in a positive light and not see your negative flaws as much. An effective apology doesn't just heal the wound of the other person, it dissolves your guilt too. That's right. So an apology is a gift from you to yourself as well. Our self-respect and level of maturity relies on our ability to see ourselves objectively. It also serves as a deterrent that you have made this error, you have rectified it, so do not repeat it in the future. So it's brilliant for self. So if apologizing is so good for you, then why is it so difficult to say these two words? I'm sorry. Why is it so difficult? While there may be many reasons for it, these are some of the most common reasons. When you apologize, you admit that you may be wrong. Now this is a threat to your ego. And some people also believe that if they apologize, the other person will not recognize their error and how they also did wrong in the argument or whatever situation in life. But this is absolutely false, because once you apologize, you realize where you have faltered. It also opens a gate for the other person to realize and recognize their faults. And many times we believe that we are the ones who are right in the argument or in the situation, so we deserve the apology first. So we just put our foot down that we're not going to apologize till we get the apology, right? Hasn't this happened? This has really happened with me at least quite a few times. So what I want to say here is don't do that, because this is toxic for the relationship. Even if you think that you are right in any given situation, I'm sure that you must have said something wrong in that argument that you had. So go ahead, apologize for your behavior. Even if you think you did not falter, just the whole experience of, this negative experience that you are having with someone else, just go apologize for it. Remember that apologizing will only increase your self-respect and not diminish it. And this is really big. Okay, some people assume that apologizing is a sign of weakness. Now this is absolutely false. Right? In fact, apologizing is like a hallmark of bravery, right? Because a person who has the courage to own up to their faults and mistakes, that is brave. How is that weak? And this is one of the most common reasons why people do not ask for forgiveness, is because they believe that they are not worthy of it, right? So if you think that, oh, he or she will never forgive me for something, you don't even make the effort to go and apologize for it. Now, how do you know how's it going to turn out until you don't do it? Right? So the next time you feel like you're not worthy of forgiveness, still go ahead and apologize, because you at least remove the burden of yourself. And what do you know? Maybe the person actually forgives you. Do you remember when we were young and we get into a fight with any of our siblings? Like, mom always comes and she'll pull us by the ear or pull us by the hand and go like, apologize to your brother or sister, and then we'll say sorry. And then if it doesn't sound meaningful to her, right, she'll be like, no, say it like you mean it. Because apologizing just for the heck of it makes no damn difference. You must really understand why you're apologizing and mean it when you apologize. Now, this is a lesson we have all learned in our childhood, but many times, as we grow up, we kind of forget it along the way sometimes. So it's really important to remember, always mean what you say, especially if it's an apology. So remember that apologies are especially important with our relationship with the young people, because how we behave and how we model ourselves to them is how they perceive the world. How an apology can transform relationships is something they will learn only by seeing us or by interacting with us. These days, so many times we see family members or friends or just any relationship kind of got destroyed because people are not ready to apologize. People are not ready to see and rectify their behavior. They'd rather let the relationship die than actually own up to their mistakes and apologize for something. So, placing the blame on someone else is easy, making tons of excuses is easy, but putting all the reasons on your own shoulder is very hard. Apology should be automatic. It should be an automatic response for every time you think that you did something wrong. And learning to apologize is the first and most important step in the healing process. Not only does it show the recipient that you acknowledge their right to feel hurt, but it opens the way to forgiveness. So let's now understand how to genuinely apologize. Now, many times when we go to apologize to somebody, they might not immediately forgive us, and that's absolutely fine. We must honor their decision. At the same time, we must remember that it's never too late to apologize. Like, maybe you think that you did something 2 years ago and now it's too late to go back to that relationship or that fight. But trust me, it is never too late. Pick up the phone, drive to the person, and if you think you're wrong, then you must apologize. But always be careful on what you say, because you can never take it back. Like, you've seen this scene in many movies, like, the guy will always come and apologize to the girl, and then she'll be like, why are you apologizing? And then the person doesn't even know why they're doing it. He'll be like, I don't know. And then she'll be like, oh, so now you don't even know why you're apologizing. So, like, people try to take it as a shortcut without actually realizing their mistakes and realizing their faults, and that is a big no-no. If you're apologizing, you must know what did you do wrong for what you're apologizing for. Remember that. When someone comes and tells you that you did something that they did not like or that hurt them, don't respond defensively. Like, for example, I asked you a question regarding my outfit, and you said it looks hideous, okay? And then obviously I felt bad about that, right? So I come to you and I go like, how could you say that about my outfit? And then you should not say things like, oh, I thought you wanted me to be honest with you. You should say things like, oh, I didn't know that my words came across so strong. Maybe you could wear something else, and I apologize for what I said earlier, or something like that. You get the point, right? Don't be defensive when someone tells you that you did something wrong or something that has hurt them. A sincere apology is also a commitment to be better. So when you have wrong, right, and if you repeat that again, then what is the point of the apology? I mean, that means you didn't mean it, right? Because you didn't learn anything from it and you're not going to apply it in your life. So the next time, if you have an argument with someone and you point your finger at them and they don't like you pointing your finger at them, so they tell you, don't point your finger at me. So what should you do is you should be like, I'm sorry, I realize that me pointing my finger at you is not good and it's not appreciated, and I will not do it again. So you say I'm sorry and you say that this will not be repeated again. So to sum it all up, a good apology has 5 parts. The first one is expressing regret, right? Which is I'm sorry. The second one is taking responsibility, which means you realize what you have done wrong. So maybe it could be, I'm sorry that I yelled at you, which means you're taking responsibility for the yelling. The third is making restitution, which shows why you're sorry, and it also shows your willingness to always keep your relationship at the top of any argument that you may be having. This is a very important piece of the apology, is reassurance that such an error, such a mistake will not happen again. And number 5 is requesting for forgiveness, because obviously when you're apologizing, you want the person to forgive you. So request for it. Say that I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Something on those lines. Apology and forgiveness are two sides of the same coin. Like sometimes it really doesn't matter who did good, who did bad. What matters is to make sure that we foster our relationships. So my next video is going to be about the benefits of forgiving. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching it. I really hope that you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. Do let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on this subject, and I would love to read more from you. If you've liked this video, give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends, family, anybody. Do subscribe to my channel, and while you do so, please hit the bell icon so you do not miss out on any of my video notifications. I'll see you super soon with another video. Till then, you guys stay fabulous and take care.